And welcome back to the OHL podcast, everybody. I'm your host, Buckeye Boggs. That guy over there, that's JR, and he's in the know. That's why we have him on here, and we're so glad to have him with us tonight as we're going to talk about the team up north. They did it,
Yeah.
JR. They won. It was not pretty if you're a Washington Husky fan or, well, seemingly any other fan of college football. 34-13. I did see some Oregon Duck fans that were happy about that for some odd reason. I guess maybe because Washington beat them twice this year. But for the most part, JR, this thing was them against college football, it seemed like, and they won.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's them versus everyone, even though they were favored in every game. I don't know. It's like, I get like the whole cheating stuff or whatever, but it's like, you kind of did that to yourself. So us against Connor Stallions, I guess. I don't know. It looked like it was going to be a blowout there at the beginning. Michigan was just running all over them and didn't seem like they had any answer for, the Dawn or Blake Corum or anything like that. But, I mean, the biggest thing I took away from this was like, you know, yes, Michigan's defense is really good, but Michael Penix, Penix Jr. He just missed some throws that really would have probably put him in a much better place for the game. And the score makes it look like it was more of a blowout than it honestly was. I mean, if they score on that drive, then it's a touchdown game, and they were doing a pretty good job of stopping the Michigan defense or the offense at that time. So I don't know. I mean, they won. I'm sure we'll hear about it on Twitter for however long, but I just keep posting asterisks and cheater on Twitter, and yeah, that does not make them happy. So
I gave them their flowers this morning. The four Michigan people who I actually like, I did congratulate them. Um, and I feel like that's doing the right thing. That that's the classy thing to do. So if you are a fan of the Wolverines and you came here to hear us cry about it, let me be the first one to congratulate you as a Buckeye fan. Congratulations, you had the best team in college football this year. I don't think there's any argument to that. Physically, you were the best football team in college football.
yeah,
But is this championship tainted, JR?
I was just about to say what it. Listen, Michigan was the best team in college football this year, which if I were a Michigan fan would infuriate me to no end with all this cheating stuff because it's going to be tainted, whether you like it or not. Everybody for the rest of eternity is going to say, yeah, but you cheated. Yeah, but your coach was suspended for half the season. Yeah, but you had level one violations for not even the cheating stuff, for recruiting stuff levied against you during the season. I mean, you know, I, part of me feels bad for some Michigan fans because like you, there are some that I actually like out there that I actually have friendships with and are not, jerks about it. Because they get it. They think we had the best team in college football. Why did we even mess around with any of this stuff? And I don't think I'm a homer in saying that. I think for the rest of time there are going to be people who tell their kids, who remind Michigan fans themselves they cheated during that season, and if it gets vacated, it's really going to be tainted.
Hmm. I mean, the trophy didn't even have Jim Harbaugh's thumbprints on it yet, and I don't even like this guy, but Brett McMurphy drops this tweet literally as Jim Harbaugh's about to hoist the trophy. Reminder: the NCAA cannot vacate any championships until the game has been officially completed.
Yeah.
That's I don't like this guy at all.
No.
I mean, most people don't,
No.
but that was vicious, Jr. That is a vicious tweet, man.
Well, it's stuff like that that makes people not like him. Like, he obviously went against Ohio State, X number of years ago for all their stuff or whatever. It's like, you would think Michigan fans would be like, yeah, that's our guy. That's the guy who went after Ohio State for us. And then it's like, oh, now he's going after us. It's just like, I mean, that's how you become so unlikable. But whatever. Twitter is you get more clicks when you're hated than you do when you're
Sure.
liked. So that's
Yeah,
probably what he's
that's
doing.
true for a lot of things, man. But no, so just like 1997, the last time they claim a championship, everybody always says that championship. Yeah, but you shared it. Yes, but Nebraska won it too. And this
Yeah,
one is going to have that same taint smell to it, same terrible taste in your mouth of, yeah, but like you said, you cheated.
yeah,
And so even if it doesn't get vacated, there's still going to be, like you said, that asterisk beside this one with everything that went on. And so for that, I commend you. Congratulations, fans of Team Up North. You guys can't even win championships correctly, it seems like. Now, let's go on to the next part of this. Will it even stand, JR? Now, I personally am probably going to disagree with you, but I want to hear your take first.
I mean, I've been told that wins are going to be vacated. So I am just telling the people what I've been told. I think my source who told me that, I believe they've not been wrong very often, and when they are wrong, they tell me that they're not super confident in something. They told me they are very confident that Michigan will have this win vacated. And
This win as in the national championship.
yeah, basically like the national champion 2021 all the way up to the national championship, they believe will most likely be vacated. We'll see. I'm kind of with you. I feel like it's probably. I assume I'm with you. It's probably going to be 2021, 2022, and half of 2023. But I'm being told that 2023, the whole season, will most likely get wiped.
Wow.
And I think if you look at it and you look at everything, did you watch the interviews after at all, Eric? What Jim Harbaugh and them were saying?
I I checked out when I knew it was done.
Yeah.
so, so I was
That's what
like,
I did at the interception. I left, but I did read some stuff because reading is easier to do than watching. And I read a lot of stuff about Jim Harbaugh telling the media we're innocent, we didn't do anything, none of this stuff, we didn't cheat, basically, vying for their innocence. And I don't think he does that if he doesn't believe that you know sanctions could affect this championship. I don't know. That's just my read on it. What's yours? What's yours?
but didn't JJ pretty much admit already?
Yeah, we had to
Like,
level up, is what he said.
so, and here's what's crazy. I'm seeing reports Connor Steins was in Houston. We know he went to the Rose Bowl.
Yep.
I mean, he might not be a part of the program. I It's obvious that he still is a part of the program. Might not be, in the offices and with the players and things, but that dude's going to get him a ring.
Well,
Sure feels like it.
the thing is, like, how stupid are you? Like, there are things that you don't do to the NCAA because it just makes them mad and makes the punishment worse. Number one is lie to them. If you lie to them, that makes them really mad, which we have been told that's what Michigan has done is they've not been cooperating, they've been lying. That's one of the reasons why Connor Stalions was fired is because he wasn't cooperating. And the other thing is like being shown up. And I can't help but think that the NCAA probably feels like the parading of Connor Stallions and having him on video, having him at the games, all this stuff. I can't help but think that the NCAA feels like they're kind of rubbing it in their face. That's just my read on it, but I feel like they're not going to respond too happily to that.
Now, my take is this. I don't know how much teeth the NCAA has left. And I think that Jim Harbaugh played poker with them and pushed all his chips in. and said, I'm all in on this season. He coached like it. He acted like it. The team was took upon that same moniker. We're all in, the whole bet thing, right? Like I feel like he said, I'm going to call your bluff, NCAA, because I don't think you're going to do anything. And so that's why I'm not going to cooperate. That's why I'm not going to talk about it. And it worked for him so far. It's worked for him. I think he's going to get away with this, JR. I think Michigan is going to get away with this with a slap on the wrist because I don't think the NCAA has much power left at all. And at this point, I think Michigan's calling their bluff. That's my take on it. I would not be shocked if they come out of this thing with maybe like, oh, we're going to take away a couple scholarships and that's it.
Wow.
That's my take on it just
Yeah.
because I don't have any faith in the NCAA. I really don't. And until they prove me wrong or otherwise, I'm kind of like feeling like why not just go all in? Now here's the risk they run if they do that. What's stopping any other program from copying what they've done on some deeper level, right? And I've seen your shows and I know you guys have talked about how that, you don't want to open up a can of worms on the rest of the colleges around the country deciding to hack into systems and view tape and stuff. And I don't know what's stopping other colleges right now from buying season tickets at every program that's on their schedule for the next 2 years and literally hiring staffs of people going out there and doing the exact same thing if Michigan doesn't get in trouble for this. I'll tell you straight up right now, if I'm the head coach of a major program and I see that they get nothing out of this, that's exactly what I'm doing.
Hmm.
It's exactly what I'm doing. I want that advantage too.
Well, and even if, the NCAA goes to some kind of microphone in the helmet type of thing or something like that, what's stopping you from, interfering with their airwaves or, eavesdropping on what they're speaking? I mean, that is not hard to do. I work in communications uh, for a group, and like that's not hard to do. Like I can easily tune into a lot of different things in a lot of different places, and if you're within frequency range, you can tune into stuff pretty easily. Now, I don't know the sophistication that the NCAA will go through. I tend to believe it's not going to be super sophisticated because they don't want to make it super expensive for the smaller schools. But even if they go to like some type of communication in the helmets, I'm with you. I just tap into what they're saying and get their plays and then call plays for it.
I mean, yeah. I mean, there's you bring up a very good point with that. I work in the field that deals with technology with data as well, and so we have to have so many protocols in place for the security of the servers, so that they don't get hacked into. So I understand that aspect of things. Um, I don't know what the outcome of this would be, but I know this much: if it's only a slap on the wrist, then this is just opening up a whole new department and athletic departments when it comes to college football. And my goodness, I guess you are a trendsetter up there in Ann Arbor if that's the case. But I just don't think I don't think it's gonna. I think it's gonna stand. I don't think it's gonna be taken away. You're on record saying you believe it will not stand.
Yes, yeah, I believe it will not stand, not just because of the stuff I said, but I also believe, like, if the NCAA does nothing, that's almost like them planning their own funeral, right? Because, like you said, people can just do whatever and they don't feel like anybody's going to do anything. And so, some other group, whether it's the playoff committee or somebody else, is going to come in and say, we can't have all this cheating, and the NCAA is just basically going to give up at that point. Because if they can't punish Michigan for what they've done the past 2 seasons and this season, I I don't know if they're ever going to be able to punish anybody. But we'll
Well,
see.
I would say this much in closing. There's a lot of people who've been planning that funeral for a long time, Jr.
That's true. That's
Let's
true.
find at this point. Let's find out what's in the will because I'm not sure there's a whole lot that's going to be able to be passed down to the next generation. They might have to blow this whole thing up and take on more of an NFL model, which appears to be the direction that college football has been heading very, very quickly for a while now.
Yeah.
Please like, share, subscribe. We really do appreciate it. It does help the channel out. We go live every Sunday night at 8 o'clock Eastern. Big guest coming on this week. Master Teague the Third will be a part of the OHIO podcast this Sunday. Make sure you're there. Be a part of the chat so you can get your question asked and he can answer that for you as well. Just released a brand new book, so we're going to be talking about that and what he's been doing after football and what it was like to be a Buckeye. All of those things are going to be answered this Sunday, so you're not going to want to miss it. So please hit the bell when you subscribe. Hit the bell so you get notified and reminded when we go live Sunday night. JR, what you got on the tap over there at the Big Ten Huddle, buddy?
Oh, we're going to be talking about this Michigan game a little bit, and we've got a few videos to put out there. And then, Wednesday night we'll have some more basketball. Thankfully, Ohio State didn't lose it to anybody, so I don't have to wear any IU or anything. I have my Ohio State hat on, thankfully, so I can rep that proudly now, and I don't have to hear it from everybody about my IU gear.
There you go.
So
Yeah,
check out the Big Ten Huddle.
you got razzed a little bit Sunday night for
Yeah, I
that.
deserved it. I deserved it.
Be kind to one another. I owe someone's OH. Sing Carmen, Ohio with all your heart. Till next time. OH. Come on, JR. Give me
Oh,
an
IO,
IO.
IO, sorry.
Go Bucks.